In episode 9, Lucas managed to decipher more of the hidden message. In addition to the phrase, "This game is rigged," it also reveals, "We think we're the chosen ones, but in fact we're one of many." The founders didn't just construct a single silo, they built 50. Later, Lucas discovers there's actually 51. The founders also established something ominously named the Safeguard. Lucas finally gets the breakthrough he's been seeking through Quinn's letter, which reads, "If you don't believe me, go to the very bottom of the silo, find the tunnel, you'll get confirmation there." Command Lucas was already neck-deep in trouble. After failing to find Bernard, Lucas decided to visit his mom's. Following Quinn's letter meant heading into enemy territory, the Down Deep, but Lucas couldn't risk leaving Quinn's copy of the Paca in his apartment or carrying it with him where it could be confiscated. His mom's house seemed like the safest option. When Lucas arrived, his mom was shocked to see him. The last she'd heard, he was off to spend 5 long years in the mines. "I thought you'd be swinging pickaxes, not dropping by for tea," she exclaimed. Lucas, in no mood for small talk, quickly cut to the chase. "Look, I was a coward before, but I'm not about to be a coward again. I need you to hide this." His mom reluctantly agreed, though not before muttering, "You know, some sons bring flowers, not cryptic artifacts." Shirley arrived to investigate this so-called IT guy, flashing a blue badge. When Lucas tried to explain himself, Shirley walked away mid-sentence, leaving him flustered. Lucas, however, had one last card to play. "I think I know what happened to Juliet," he called out. That got her attention. "I'll tell you if you help me get to where I need to go." Intrigued, Shirley escorted Lucas to the very bottom of the silo, where the drill was located. When she doubted his talk of hidden tunnels, Lucas pointed out, "There's got to be something down there. I mean, there are pumps, otherwise this place would be a giant swimming pool." Shirley, curious despite herself, set up a pulley system to lower Lucas into the depths. Before lowering him, she asked, "What happened to Juliet?" Lucas replied, "The last time we heard from her, she was alive. Her helmet went out, but she was alive, so there's hope." For Shirley, that hope was enough, though she couldn't resist saying, "You'd better not die down there. I don't do retrievals." Lucas descended into waist-high water and searched the area until he found the tunnel Quinn mentioned. As he ventured deeper, motion-activated lights flickered on, and a familiar voice echoed, the same voice from the Relic Room Museum. It called out, "Lucas Kyle, why are you here?" Lucas replied, "Salvador Quinn sent me." The voice revealed that before Lucas, only 3 people had ever reached this point: Salvador Quinn, Meadows, and George. It then warned, "If you speak to anyone about what you see here, we will have no choice but to initiate the safeguard. Do you know what the safeguard is?" Lucas, trying to sound braver than he felt, simply said, "Yes, and I'd like to avoid it, thanks." Meanwhile, in another silo, Juliet was alive but in a tense standoff with a group of teenagers. Their leader, Audrey, nicknamed the wannabe Katniss Everdeen, didn't trust Juliet, mostly because she had teamed up with Solo, who had killed their parents. Audrey, her boyfriend Rick, and a third member, Eater, debated Juliet's fate. Juliet pleaded her case, explaining that Solo had something she needed. Rick, thinking himself a master negotiator, struck a deal. "Get us the food from his vault and you can talk to him." Though Juliet didn't know the vault's code, she agreed. As Juliet and Eater tried to crack the code, Eater shared her tragic backstory. Juliet listened but couldn't help quipping, "You know, you could lighten up your nickname. Eater makes you sound like a video game boss." Together they narrowed the code down to 6 digits. After 2 failed attempts, they faced a lockout. Juliet demanded to speak with Solo, convinced she had pieced together his true identity: Jimmy, the son of IT's former head. Solo, shaken, admitted his guilt about locking intruders in a room where they suffocated. Juliet reassured him, "You're not a coward. Your dad would be proud of you. He wanted to save you, just like Audrey wants to save her baby." Solo, deeply moved, finally opened the vault. Inside, they found treasures, food, books, music, and Juliet's fire suit. The teenagers, initially wary, realized Solo wasn't the monster they thought he was. Juliet, ever the realist, muttered, "Well, this just turned into the weirdest team-building exercise ever." With their newfound understanding, the group united, and Juliet prepared for her next move.